Welcome back to another episode of the Sauce. Monday was a rough episode. I went 2-4 against the spread Monday. Put it into that crazy hot streak I was on. But I've been saying all week that I like Wednesday's games, and I do. I think I picked 8 or 9 of them. I'm going to rattle them all off. If you're new to this show, what I do is just rattle through all the games. You're about to get 8 or 9 picks in like a 4-minute span. So let's do it.
Welcome to the Sauce. Hey, get the sauce. The sauce. The sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
First up, Magic versus Knicks. This line opened Orlando +4. Crazy amount of sharp Knicks money early, and I mean a crazy amount. Some books bumped this up to 4.5, some kept it at 4. It was like 50-50. Look what happens the rest of the day though. So much money on the Magic. The money does a complete 180 swap. And the books don't seem to care. I mean, I don't think the books are really worried about selling Magic tickets in this one. All this Magic money comes in, line doesn't move at all. Obviously, the pick is the Knicks here. They're 6-0-1 in the last 7. Hottest team in the NBA. I may be stretching because I'm a diehard fan. We're going Knicks -4 or 4.5 if you have to. I don't care, we're beating them. Knicks to cover, lock it in for 2 units. If anything changes, I will tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story. Next game up, Celtics versus Hawks. This line opened Boston -3, and even though early bets were favoring Atlanta, look at the money. 98% of the money is on the Celtics. Every single sharp in the world that bet early bet the Celtics. Check it out though, from that moment on, the money has gone completely red. It's been all Hawks since then, and the books don't like it. The line has been on the move since then. As more Hawks bets are coming in, the line's dropping more and more. But it seems like the books like the Hawks here. They do not like selling Hawks tickets. They're moving it, even when the money moves a little bit, they're moving the line. So my original cap on this game was Boston -7. So theoretically, I should definitely take the Celtics here. And I'm going to take a -1.5, but wait, hold up. Seeing this line move, seeing these books react so heavily to Hawks money, it's making me think the books like the Hawks, so it's scaring me a little. So I'm going to stick with my original thought here. I'm taking Boston -1.5, but I'm not nearly as confident about it as I would have been yesterday. Either way, give me Boston -1.5 for 2 units. Let's lock it in. If anything changes, Twitter, Instagram story, next game. Next game up, Sixers versus Rockets. This game's in Philly, and this line opened Philly -11. That's a lot of points. Early bets are actually favoring the Rockets. Money was all over the Sixers though. Now, the rest of the day, there was some Houston Rockets money coming in, but I mean, the line dropped from 11 to 10.5, but 10.5 is still a huge spread. I mean, if the books were really worried about the Rockets making this a game, they would have dropped this into single digits. That 11 to 10.5, that's a nothing bump. So the books don't care about the Rockets. At least that's the read I'm getting. Embiid well rested at home against a Rockets team that's beat to hell. Give me Philly all day here. I will take Sixers -10.5. Let's lock it in for 2 units. Let's move on to the next game. If anything changes, by the way, Twitter, Instagram story next. Wizards at home against the Nuggets. This line opened Washington +3. Now check out the action in this game. By 10 a.m., 80% of the bets and 98% of the money, I think it was, on the Nuggets. So early action all over the Nuggets in this game. Now, as the day progressed, some Wizards money did come in and brought it back to close to even, but overall, public is still slightly favoring the Nuggets. I don't think the Nuggets are very good right now. If you take out their game against the Lakers 2 games ago, they've been bad for the foreseeable past. I knew they'd step up against the Lakers, but overall, they have not been a great team. I'm taking the Wizards at home, and I know everyone's going to disagree with that, but I like this pick. Give me Washington +3.5 at home. Let's lock it in for 2 units. If anything changes, I'll tweet it out, put it on my Instagram story next game. Next up, Timberwolves versus Pacers in Minnesota. This line opened up at 5.5, Minnesota +5.5. Early bets and money came in favoring the Pacers. Here we are in the afternoon though. Check this out. So the tiniest little shift in money towards Minnesota, and the books dropped it to 5. I even saw 4.5 in a few books. Unless there's an injury that I'm missing, the only one I can see for Indiana is Doug McDermott, and he's listed as questionable. It seems, unless there's an injury that I'm missing, the books really like Minnesota here. Why are they dropping the line so dramatically at the tiniest shift of money? I'm betting against the books here. I don't do this often, but I'm siding against the books. I like the Pacers in this matchup a lot. Give me Indiana -5 or even lower if you can get it. Some books have it at 4.5. But give me Indiana. Let's lock it in for 2 units. If anything changes, I'll tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story next game. Next up, we got Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons. The game's in Chicago. Line opened up Bulls -2.5, right? Now, so the early bets were favoring the Pistons, but there was a little bit of sharp money on the Bulls. I think it was like 59%. And that was enough for a lot of books to move the line from 2.5 to 3. A flood of Chicago Bulls money came in after that, all over the Bulls. The line moved from 3 up to 3.5. Now here we are in the afternoon. Bets slightly favoring the Bulls. Money is drenched all over the Bulls in this game. I like Chicago here, and I hate to fade the Pistons because they've been playing some pretty good basketball. But Chicago's looked all right too. So give me the Bulls -3.5. Let's lock it in for 2 more units. If anything changes, I'll tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story next game. Next up, we got Pelicans versus Blazers. The game's in New Orleans. This line opened up Pelicans -3, but actually we got a bunch of sharp money early in on Portland, and that dropped the line from 3 to 2.5 early. I think it was by like 8 a.m. But from there, it would be all Pelicans. The line moved from 2.5 to 3, then from 3 to 3.5. I don't think I've seen any books at 4 yet, but it's trending that way. But here we are in the afternoon, and even though the bets may still slightly be favoring Portland, sharp money is all over the Pelicans here. I'm siding with the sharp money here. Give me the Pelicans. Zion and Brandon Ingram are gonna eat on this Blazers defense. Give me New Orleans -3.5. Let's lock it in for another 2 units. If anything changes, I will tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story. Let's move on to the next game. The last game, we got Warriors versus Heat. This line opened up Golden State +1, which was insanity to me. I'm sure you know that if you saw last night's video. Insanity. But check this out. Early sharp money, 96% all over the Warriors. Moved the line a whole 2 points by 8 a.m. this morning. The book saw everyone buying those Golden State +1 tickets, and they're like, hell no, we are not letting this go down. As the day progressed, there has been some Miami Heat bets coming in. The money has been creeping back towards the Heat. I think as of 2:30 p.m. it was 59%. So there are people that like the Heat in this game. My question is, who are these people? Like crystal meth users? Hockey fans? Like, who's betting the Heat in this game? It has to be people that didn't watch the Heat last game against the Clippers. That game was sickening. But anyway, like I said, Heat money coming in. Line is not moving. Doesn't look like the books are scared of Heat money at all. The Heat are on auto fade for me right now. 100% I'll be taking Golden State here. I'm gonna make this my pick of the day just because I hate the Heat right now. Give me Golden State -1.5 for 2 units. Let's lock it in. If anything changes, I will tweet it out and put it on my Instagram story. Now let's move on to the parlay of the day. Parlay of the day, we got a 2-legger. I'm taking Golden State -6.5 and parlaying that with the New York Knicks -6.5 for a total payout of +513. Warriors -6.5, Knicks -6.5, +513. That's the parlay of the day. Play that at your own risk. I don't recommend you bet parlays. The only reason I put them up there is because everyone asked me for them. So that's the list for today. We got an awesome lineup. Let's have some fun and bet responsibly or irresponsibly. I don't care. I'm sure I will talk to most of you on Twitter tonight during the games. Let's all win some money.